Now we review 2022's The Menu. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am Richard. This is Random Street Theater, and I have, of course, I have watched The Menu, which is now on HBO Max. I think you could still see it in theaters at the time, at least, that I filmed this. And essentially what it is there's a pretentious douche who has this kind of yeasty girlfriend, and they go to a restaurant that is incredibly exclusive, and the staff there has sticks shoved so far up their wazoos that it's pierced their brain pan and made them go insane. Okay, so yeah. Speaking of that, for every 1,000 subscribers I get, I do purchase one of these bracelets from the company 4Ocean. 4Ocean then pulls a pound of trash out of the ocean every time I do that, so you know, if you'd be so kind as to comment, like, and subscribe, you'd be doing your part for a better world. Anyway, on to The Menu. Yeah. This is what we call existentialist cinema. It's more common in live theater, but it's definitely one of those existentialist pieces of cinema because there's a lot more involving actions than there are involving plot points. It's like, you know, okay, this happened. It doesn't really advance things other than to burn up time. And, you know, it's like you start out with this experience. There are people who are very rich and they pay for these. It's like, look, this menu is perfectly designed for the group of people that are there. And it is really, really posh food. And it's, you know, it's just like you have to eat every bite because every bite is weighed out and measured. And it's just, this is the ultimate dining experience. I mean, it falls into the category of some of those restaurants like in France. Like there's a restaurant where you're served by the blind and you eat in pitch blackness so that you have to have the experience of not being able to see your food. Removing the presentation. You know, it's like this is a real restaurant, by the way. It's a real thing. So it's, you know, the ultimate in theme restaurants where, I mean, it's like there are so many diners and they show up and, you know, there's no ordering different things. Like this is what it comes with. And that's sort of the premise of the movie. But of course, as I said, they've all gone insane, and this becomes a horror movie there's a comedy. And I hate the comedy aspect because I didn't laugh once. I didn't think any of this was funny. You know, it's just one of those things where it's an excellent premise, it is solid execution, but there's a certain point where it does start going, you know, okay, you're doing this, and there's no way they could have set that up. It's just not possible. You know, there's this over here happening, and the only reason you put that in there was to add some runtime. And those things drag the movie down a little bit. Also, I will admit, I mean, there was your token minority characters, but for something this ridiculously exclusive, I would have appreciated like an African king or something, as opposed to, you know, dingleberry celebrities like John Leguizamo's character, and like there's that one black dude, and then there's the Asian chick that works there, and then everybody else is pretty much really white. Really white. A lot of white going on. And I know this is kind of a dumb white person thing, but, you know, fine dining is universal. There's no culture there's no advanced culture that doesn't have some kind of fine dining. Even in the most rural places in Africa, I'm sure they have. This is the thing that we go hunt when we want to, you know, please the chief or whatever it is. So yeah, look, there are elements of this particular film that make you question concepts like free will and doing as you're told and going with the flow. And this is an excellent movie. I mean, it's like, look, after the experience, I mean, you know, just imagine if there was a horror movie, and then at the end, right before the killer, right before Jason Voorhees slashes up the last group of people, he pulls out a cell phone with one of those card reader things on it and says, "Oh, you need to pay for this now." No, this is being, and then the people do. That is how crazy this movie is. So, I mean, that's not really spoiling anything. You'll understand it when you watch the movie, but, you know, that's one of those things. So, again, this particular film, again, I say that a lot, this particular film is designed to make you question your reality, to make you ask yourself more advanced concepts, and to be a little bit of a punching up, so to speak. Punching up means, you know, that you're making fun of people who are your societal superiors. And yeah, there are a lot of societal superiors that look really stupid in this movie. So, I mean, again, this falls under the category as a film you should definitely watch at some point in your life. It is a must-watch film. It is a unique film experience. That said, there are points that drag. There are things that could have been cut out without harming the overall narrative. So, yeah, I mean, again, for the casual movie watcher, place this high in your watch list. For the foodie or the movie geek like me, must-watch film. Definitely must-watch film. But that is just my opinion, and I would love to hear yours down in the comments below. I, of course, am Richard. Greetings, folks. Fred the Facehugger here, reminding you to comment, like, and subscribe. And why should you do that? Because for every 1,000 subscribers, Random Street Theater here will pull a pound of trash out of the ocean. That's through the company 4Ocean. And why? Why do we pull trash out of the ocean? Because your world is dying. Care about your world, comment, like, and subscribe. It's not that hard.